Good evening, you handsome lot. I tell you what, is horribly cold and damp and wet and miserable today on this fine Wednesday morning-ish. Well, anyway, behind me I've got a 2008 Saab 9.3 converter Blur, which I'll show you. It's quite a clean car, to be honest with you. Don't see many of these on the road. But anyway, it has got a little bit of a starting issue. Right, well, I'm going to jump in the vehicle now, and I've turned my noise muffling off on my microphone just so you can hear it in the background. I'm going to get in and give it a start. I don't know whether I'm in or out, it's like the okie bloody cookie. I'm going to give it a bit of a start. I'm going to see if you lot can listen. Sometimes you don't need like fancy tools. You just need a little bit of, have a little listen to it. Now I've already checked the glow plugs, the glow plug module, everything's working as it should be. And we've also, which I'm going to show you now, we're going to be checking the battery. And I did put a battery on this, well, near enough, Wednesday the 4th. Look at that, almost 4 years ago. The Iwata battery, they are good batteries, but we're going to give it a little bit of a test really. How I'm going to be doing it was the Launch BST 360 alongside the Eurotab 3. Now that battery tester, it does work off your phone as well. You don't really need a tool, a diag tool. Jump on there, BST 360. Now I'm just going to put all the information in off the battery. Bearing in mind this vehicle hasn't been jump started, it hasn't been charged, and you've just seen me wind it over for about 20 odd seconds. The current voltage is 12.2 volts. Right, now I've put all the information, I'm going to click next, and this is going to show us the health and the condition of the battery. Battery voltage, battery state of charge is 7%, 12.4 volts, 57%. It's not far off the CCA. 680 is the input rating, and it is measuring 515. So it's a good battery, but we just need to put it on charge. Now that is obviously because the car takes a while to turn over, as you've just seen. Now years ago, these old Vauxhalls, they become, the older they got, well, Vauxhall engines, am I allowed to say that? The older they got, the start motor used to get tired. And when a start motor gets tired, it's not delivering the cranking power to spin that crank, to build the fuel pressure up, to make that car go bang and jump into action. Now, this start motor is very, very, very noisy, and it is very lazy. Now, there is fancy tests that you can do to check it, but we're not worried about that. Save time, open your ears, have a little listen, and you can hear the bearings in there, and it's... Anyway, this car is having a starter motor. Should we get it on the ramp and get this starter motor off? Before we go getting involved in this job, what we're going to do is put the battery on charge, disconnect the negative. I'm going to be using the Ring battery charger. Now this does all sorts of different batteries. It supplies alternator test, does everything. 12 volt standard. It does all different battery types. We are on a standard battery. If we flicker across now, 5 amp, 10 amp, 20 amp, 30 amp. We're not going to go too mad. Let's put it on a mild 20 amp charge. As you can see, we've now got the vehicle up in the air, and we need to get this horrible, with it being a convertible, they do have a big cross frame just to stop that. On the older convertibles, you get a little bit of a body wobble. But we're going to get this removed, and the undertrays as well. After a painful 5 minutes, and all these bolts, they were emergency tight, so we've just had to get them out with a little bit of persuasion. We've now got a little bit of access to the start motor. Where's it gone? There we go. Just on the left there, we've got, it's hard for me to film taking it off, but we've got a couple of 13s and a 8 or 10 mil, and that will be off. You know what, I hate to think how many of these I've changed over the years, and I forgot about this. I've just been underneath the vehicle now for the last 10 minutes or so, trying to get the last nut, which is closest to the engine, with a quarter extension and a wobbly and one thing and another. I thought to myself, what are you playing at? You can get to it from the top here. You can get to that last bolt. Where's it gone? Which is by there. Absolutely perfect. Oh well. Well, with a little bit of magic, our start motor is off. And as you can see, it is the genuine one. A GM. And I tell you what, it's very easy to get out, I'm not going to lie. Right down the back there. Pull the head of the tank out of the way. Right arm straight down. Give it a little bit of a twist and a jiggery pokery. And it just slid out. Now I've just got to wait for the brand new one to turn up. Right, well, while I'm waiting for me bits to turn up, I thought a friend of mine, Ash Tattoo Tech and Lewis, Tie Wraps and Tape, they've just released a podcast, a Talking Shop podcast YouTube channel. If you haven't watched it already, go and watch it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's these guys and these two. Absolutely brilliant. You should go and watch it. You should. If you like your podcasts, you'll like that. They do all the HGV stuff. But I tell you what a great couple of lads. And there we have it. The brand new one has turned up, which is from GSF. I ordered it probably about an hour ago. And they had it on the shelf. Straight out to us. No drama whatsoever. Now let's get this back on. Still got the podcast on. Right. Shouldn't be too long putting this on. We've got lots of space-a-rooney. I tell you what, look how dark and miserable it's gone. Oh, I hate this weather. Right, what we have got now, this brand new start motor back in place. Now, I've connected the battery back up, removed the charger. Should we get on the key and give it a big start-a-rooney? Right, shall we get on the key and give it a little bit of a start-a-rooney? Now, what I'm going to be doing, I've removed my mic and I'm going to hold my arm out the window while I lean in and give it a big start-a-rooney, and I'll let you lot decide. Well, I don't even know myself. We'll see if it starts any better, and I'll let you lot decide if it starts and sounds better compared to what it used to be. We get it all. There we go. It's running. It definitely sounds 1,000,000% better. Now we know that the vehicle started, and it's starting beautifully. We need to put the under trays back on, which I already have. We need to put this cross brace on. Now, with all these older cars getting a little bit older, and all these nuts and bolts, I'm finding it hard to remove them. We're going to use copper slip on all the bolts, so if it ever has to come off again, the next tech is probably going to be me or one of the lads that work here. It's going to come off relatively easy. Let's get it put back on. Just like that, that car is now all finished and all boxed off. And I have given the plastics a little bit of a cleaner-rooney. Now, if you're new to the channel and you don't know why I give it a bit of a clean, this customer's going to spend a little bit of money with us. And they might go home, open their bonnet, and they go, well, it's dirty. At least if it looks clean, something looks as if it's been done or repaired, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Just give it a big... Oh. Bong off. All these cars, different bloody noises. Yeah, let's spin around. Absolutely perfect. Same scenario, no fuel, but that's... sounds like a them problem rather than a me problem. So there we have it. That is one SAP 9.3 diesel fixed without any major unnecessary repair costs. Now, it just goes to show that because it's working, it doesn't mean that it's working correctly. Yeah. Again, there is lots of tests that you could do on the scope, and one thing or another to check the draw, and one thing or another. But I think if you have a little bit of a listen and it sounds a little bit ropey, you've got to go with your gut instinct. But yeah, we have successfully fixed that SAB. And the customer can have the car back and enjoy it. So yeah, I think if you've liked the video and you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe, and no doubt we will see you on the next video. Let's get it in.